Hello and welcome to this edition of Schoolstone. I am MartyB, and joining me is the one and only Doctorfeesh. Feesh, how you doing? I'm pretty good. Just took a shower, got back after seeing some extended family. Not bad. So we have two very exciting matchups today. You want to run us through it? Swagoi black, yes. Yeah, so they are both the one seed as well on their respective teams. Should be very interesting. We'll have the deck list later for that. But for now, we have a legacy match between two very strong one seeds. So pod people have been struggling a little bit, I'd say. Now 0-3. Hat going with a 1-2 start. Pretty unusual for him, I have to say. What do you think? Yeah, and Rogue is still very good, which is Hat's bread and butter. And as we see, he did bring it. So we'll have to see how that goes. Now, do you have any expectations for what they would bring? Yeah, it'll be very interesting. Yeah, I'm especially curious to see what kind of shaman Dardar brings, because he can go a few different routes here. You could go the control shaman route, or you could go the enhancement burn shaman that we've been seeing lately. Some people have been doing very well with that. So we just gave them the go ahead. We will be receiving bans soon. And then we will jump into the game with Dardar on the bottom once we figure that out. Perfect. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes. Yep, they are getting started. Looks like we'll be getting the bans very soon. What are you expecting from here? Yeah, it's still a very unsolved meta in my opinion when it comes to Conquest, so it'll be difficult to say for sure what the ban is. They may also just go Warrior just to get rid of that surprise factor. As we know, bombs are very much a problem for a lot of these decks right now. And a player can bring quite a few other Warrior decks that could throw a wrench into different strategies as well. So yes, we are just waiting on that. They should be coming in any moment now. That makes it 4-1, correct? Yeah, the Gold Conference is very interesting. There are quite a few good teams in this. Pod people. Well, thank you. I actually played yesterday against No Glocko. Very solid player there. Very fun. I know they recently swept one of my teammates earlier today, or last night, I believe. So in Legacy. Yes. So the match is still undecided. It's pretty close, and it'll be very interesting to watch today. To follow this weekend. Alright, we have that. We have a double rogue ban. Yes. Agreed. So it'll be very interesting to see how this turns out. Now, we're just waiting for them to start, and then we'll get right into it. And because I'm lazy, once that's done, we will show the rogue ban. Now, RHat has a very interesting list, apparently. Oh, he has brought a Highlander Paladin. Oh, I can't wait to see this. I cannot wait to see this Paladin. This is a spicy list. I'm going to send it to you. You are going to love this, yes. Yeah, we will be seeing that very soon. They're entering now. We will have Hat at the top and Dardar on the bottom. Here we go.
I will fight with honor.
He does. Hat be out there. Hat just going for the most annoying hero possible here. And it looks like Dardar has brought Broom Paladin, or Penflinger Paladin is like I like calling it. Yeah, it should be a very interesting match. I have not really seen much of this this Highlander Paladin in action, so I'm looking forward to it. Just
move quickly.
I cannot wait to read this.
yes, a fantastic start.
Let me think.
So Dardar has a few choices here.
Reporting for duty.
Goes for the 1/1 over dropping the Hungry Crab. Good play considering he doesn't know what Hat is playing. And now that Crab is going to get a lot of value here. Yeah, I really would like to see this Hungry Crab drop. 1 mana, 3/4, destroy a minion on your opponent's side. I'd say it's pretty good. Dardar just thinking this over. Yep, looks like he's going to go for the Hungry Crab play. And just push some damage. Yeah, Hat is very surprised.
Quickly.
That- Yes. Yeah, so the thing with Pen Paladin is that it has a very awkward turn 4, and we're seeing it here. Dardar doesn't really have any turn 4 plays, as you said.
Reporting for duty. I must move quickly.
Correct. Mistake. Yeah, I think it'll be a little early for anything else to come down. That True Seeker just lines up very well. I don't even think Dardar trades.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
I like this a lot.
I must have slain 100 or so.
Tyrion is just excellent in Highlander Paladin. And with that taunt cleared, Hat can just liberally go faced. So Dardar is in another awkward spot. The Devoted Pupil is nice on curve, but with no buffs, he has no way to really deal with the Argent Braggart without dropping either Barov or Leaving of Justice. And he can't do both at the same turn either. Oh, I believe one of us is muted. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. Feesh, can you speak real quick? Oh, it is not working out. Let's see. One more time.
This is going to give Hat some nice breathing room, especially because pretty much from here, it's just going to be trying to get the point where you can go like Tyrion, and I mean, we see the N'Zoth for a later kind of swing back turn, comparatively to what we have, where Dardar is really kind of not having a good time with the fact that he hasn't found many spells. So yeah, the Liberum of Justice comes out. It is going to allow for a clear, but in general, Hat just has way more bigger threats. So this is going to turn out pretty well here. We're going to see, yeah,
Hat's just going to
blazing battle. Yeah, can even Frozen Shadow Weaver the face if he wants. Where you're not super concerned. Yeah, get rid of the 1/1 as well. That way, Selet's Pride doesn't just get traded.
Yeah, and
although Penflingers are there, but there's no spells.
With no spells, it's just so awkward for Dardar here. He can't do anything unless he wants to throw those Penflingers or brooms away.
I think using a broom here is fine. I think you can bear off broom.
I wouldn't bear off here.
Or you can play the Devout Pupil as well if you think that's going to be fine. Like you can go like Pupil with Owlor, but you really just want to clear the board here.
Yeah, you have to play something here. The Pupil, especially in my opinion.
There's no way. There's no way to to draw into a spell. Couldn't think of my words there.
All good. Looks like Dardar is thinking that he won't go for the full clear with a Penflinger and a broom. He's just going to toss one broom away and clear the Frozen Shadow Weaver and the Lion.
Yeah.
Or Selet's Pride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you just drop Tyrion here.
Tyrion is going to feel so good here.
Yeah. There's also a chance you might play for something like an attack with an Avenging Wrath, but Tyrion just blocks the board so much.
Yep, and you just easily trade. There's no way for Dardar to handle that Tyrion cleanly.
Yeah,
well, that Braggart
really
is very nice.
The Braggart is nice. You can use the Braggart with a broom if you're going to play Barov. But that's a lot of resources put into one Tyrion just to get 15 damage worth of attack onto our Hat.
You don't
Tyrion it just poses a lot of problem.
Yeah, you have to use one of your good minions here, one of your clears, really.
Yeah.
Whether that be Broom or Barov to even have a chance to clear this Tyrion. And then you still have to deal with a 5-3 weapon on Hat's side. Dardar's really thinking here what to do. Looks like he's going to go for a big braggart.
Okay.
Holds the broom.
Oh. I mean, Guardian Aug Merchant's just so good here.
It is, but you can also
Use
drop
Aug
down an unprotected Alex. Or just a free Alex that you don't fall behind with.
Yeah, Avenging Wrath just does so much. It's 7 face or 8 face. Yeah.
Looking like 7 to the face. Really putting the pressure on Dardar here.
And putting a Murger there. I might have actually liked to see the Murger not. I would have maybe not liked to see the Tyrion on that side in case of a Silas draw. Because then that swings the game right back to Dardar. But
yeah,
fortunate for our hat, no draw there of Silas.
I do believe that's just a read on Hat's side that there's no way for Dardar to have Silas here. He would have to top deck it, and that's very unlikely.
It would have had to have been the top deck.
It's like Dardar's going to draw.
He's just he wanted to pick up a draw card, so now he can potentially get a spell now. And if not, the Penflinger's got to stay. Oh, Libram of Justice. There is indeed a spell. We're gonna pop the bubble, play the Libram of Justice, and remove, and very likely remove Tyrion either with a broom or a ping.
My issue here, though, is we're going dangerously low on health. We still have to deal with a 5-3 weapon on Hat's side. So if we don't get taunts and healing very soon, I don't see how Dardar can win this.
I don't either. The N'Zoth is just big. You just bring back 2 taunts. Say make your move. I don't even need to remove your stuff. That saves him for a little bit, but the Barov just seals it.
No, this will clear actually.
Just is the only thing. Huh?
This will actually
it'll clear.
Yes, so
it will, you're right.
What you do is you Barov, Libram of Hope, Barov, Penflinger, Libram of Hope, and then Penflinger your Barov a second time, and that will clear the board.
Yeah, you're right.
And heal your face as well. The only bad thing is you do lose your Divine Shield and the Penflinger. But when it comes to just surviving,
yeah,
it looks like Dardar is not going to give up a Penflinger here.
So it's not a full clear.
He does have... Yeah, he will not get the full clear here.
Yeah. Not
sure how I feel about this. I do believe he's going to have to use another Penflinger.
I wonder if Dardar sees it now, but there's no... I mean, yeah, he has to remove something. Yeah, he removes the 5 attack minion. This means that Hat's own Barov can come in now and clear.
That's right.
So yeah, I'm just going to see a broom. Wait, he attacked with Barov first?
Yes, to clear the board and heal his face.
And then Amber Watcher. Yes. Yeah. Very smart.
Just putting the pressure on. There we go. Dardar facing lethal here on the board. How do you deal with this? Your brooms are gone.
You play, you either Hero Power or play Pride, and you use Hand of a Doll and hope you draw second Libram of Hope. That's Libram of Wisdom. That's not Hope.
Not good enough.
I do not think that he can. He's gonna ping and hope. What is he gonna pull out of this novice? Second novice? Oh, Braggart. So just plays Braggart and kind of understands at this point that there's no way that he wins.
Yeah. And there you have
so that
it.
It's game 1.
Game 1 going to RidiculousHat with the spicy Highlander Paladin.
Yep. So Highlander Paladin a couple of days ago was actually a tier 1 deck in the HS replay at like Legend.
Hat actually talked
however,
about it.
It did
talk
promptly go down to tier 2. Yeah.
Well, Hat talked about it in his podcast how there was a very small sample size for this deck.
Yeah.
But it looked tier 1,
mm-hmm.
according to Vicious Syndicate. So we are just waiting now for them to pick their next deck.
Yep.
Time.
So,
what do you think they're going to go with next?
I think if Dardar is going to come back out with the Paladin, I think that Hat will come with the Priest. I think our Hat should just pretty much play Priest regardless, because it looks like Priest has good matchups into pretty much everything. If it's a Highlander Priest, it might just struggle against Bomb Warrior only. But if you get your Sticky Finger, you should be pretty okay. If he brings Paladin out, then our Hat just has to not bring out probably just not play Warrior right now. I definitely think that. I definitely would expect Priest here, but we'll see what happens. Could be a Warrior from our Hat.
Well, they are entering the match right now as we speak, so let's find out.
Priest and Warrior.
What do we have here?
A Control Warrior, just that runs. Well, could be ETC running Zephyrs.
It could be, but it could also be Highlander Warrior. So we'll have to wait.
True, it could be Highlander Warrior. You're right. You're right. We'll see how We'll see how Dardar mulligans here. That'll be a decent indication of what this deck is.
Absolutely.
So I assume a Highlander Warrior wants to keep the Zephyrs.
I do believe we're seeing a Highlander Priest from RidiculousHat too, with that Volpera Scoundrel in hand.
Yeah, Highlander Priest seems to be very popular amongst people.
So Dardar mulligans the Zephyrs away. That suggests that this is not a Highlander deck. Our Hat did bring a Highlander Priest, however, as seen with that DQ Alex.
Yeah.
Yes, this is... Hat has sent it once again.
Blessings, yes.
So I will send that to you, and we will have a little bit more insight on this deck.
Yeah.
Interesting of note is that Hat runs a Cabal Acolyte package in here alongside cards like Twilight Drake, Holy Nova, and Siamot.
Ooh, nice.
So Siamot being
a pretty cool deck.
A little bit left of field, given how Highlander Priests can vary in the builds. Holy Nova is also an interesting choice. So it doesn't look like Dardar has
full Conf.
Oh, go ahead.
You're good. No, I was gonna say we just don't have confirmation on really what type of deck this is yet.
This is looking like ETC Warrior so far. Though it could just be hard control.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, the Zephyrus can be played in both control and in ETC. If the ETC really wants to go on the control side of it.
Dardar thinking whether it's worth coining out that 4-drop. It's a nice way to clear the scoundrel here. You also give up the coin. Looks like he's going for it. That means he can have a 2-mana draw 2 next turn as well.
Yeah.
Hat just ripping that Draconic
That would be
Studies.
nice for sure.
That is a nice...
Yeah, Hat plays really fast.
That's a very nice Twilight Drake from him.
Okay, well, this is not Highlander. We can see based on the Zephyrus not being active that this is not a Highlander deck.
Correct.
But also, I think the Broom would also be a bit of a giveaway.
Yes, this is certainly ETC Warrior with the Penflinger and
Broom. For sure.
That Ankar is going to come in handy. Just a bit. I believe it'll only draw 1 skipper though, because Dardar has drawn 3 pirates so far. Bit unfortunate on his end.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look like it'll only draw the 1 last risky skipper. There's a broom. There's an animated broomstick draw for our hat. The spells he gets is Embalming Ritual and Mind Vision.
Not too bad.
Matt. Mind Vision into Zephyrs. Let's go. That would be so funny.
Oh,
but it would feel really bad for Dardar.
I would cry for Dardar.
Yeah. Because there's so many cards in hand. Okay. Just gonna opt for a second Sword Eater.
I don't mind this because there isn't much value in the Ankar, especially with a large hand here. You won't be drawing any key pirates you need. And it is more high tempo.
Mm-hmm. So you can clear the 3, and you are also able to clear the Cobalt Spellkin here.
Correct. And Dardar is looking to do exactly that. Hat, of course, has the answer in Holy Nova here.
Yes. Holy Nova is the answer.
I think we'll see
I
that.
also see Mind Render Loose. No, that's Mind Flare Karsh.
Yes.
That's one of the Mind cards.
Mind Vision to get a Battle Rage. Not bad. Holy Nova comes down as expected. Clears the board. And there's the other skipper. That Ankar is useless now.
Ankar is just 2 damage twice. Unless there's some secret tech pirate that we're not seeing. Both of the Sword Eaters and both of the risky skippers have been drawn. This is a good Bladestorm for sure. It gets rid of the 4/7.
The Bladestorm will...
I wonder...
reset the board. What were you thinking?
I was wondering what if there was... Like, Hat was left with 1 mana and an Embalming Ritual.
I don't think Twilight Drake is the kind of minion you want to use Embalming Ritual on.
True. You would want to use it on something like this, potentially. And if not that, then you're using it on maybe one of the dragons you get from Dragon Queen. I really like this... Oh,
Hat. You are not going to be happy with that.
It's actually fine. There is Shadow Word Death in hand.
You're right. But it still hurts.
Yeah. I don't know, just giving a 4/4, is that really like, I wonder if that's even your best option. I mean it does look like the best option. So I think that's what's going to get played, but your swap, like, you have to assume that they probably have an answer to it. I thought maybe waiting until there was a second minion on board But then again, you're taking 12 damage if you do that. So at least in this scenario, even if Apotheosis is used on the Silas, which I would like to see, but you can also see a Mind Flayer Carge here on top of getting rid of the minion. All right, Insight, Corrupted Insight gets played.
This is very clean.
I like this playing from RHat.
I like this a lot as well.
Palm reading. Yeah, and you can even there's nothing to Embalming Ritual here, so you just leave that be. Because Mind Flayer Cards will not bring back 2 Tiamat. When it comes back, it will just have an empty Death Rattle.
Correct. Don't mind me, people. I am just adjusting. Just to see the mana cost, or the available mana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is awkward because Brawl in this case would need with only those 3 minions alive, would need exactly Carge to live, so that way you're clearing everything but the Death Rattle that holds everything. But I think this is a fine play here. You get to play Evil Quartermaster and gain a couple extra armor here. And you can also clear off the Silas if you wish.
Very true.
Yeah.
As we see, Dardar is out of pirates.
Now they're saying I can be a warrior just as much as you can. Yeah, Thought Seal's good here. Thought Seal, if you get the right cards, can kind of give Hat some valuable information as to what type of warrior this is.
Oh, the Rattlegore.
Wow, pick. No way. Thought stole a Rattlegore.
That must be so happy to see.
Oh,
this.
I would have saved the Embalming Ritual for the Rattlegore, because in the first time it dies, it just comes back and there's 2.
At this point, I just think Hat is trying to not overdraw.
Yes, that is true. Wow, such great play here.
Yeah. This is.
I don't play a lot of priests, so this is quite fun to watch. Last one, there's a Psych split. So looks like we're gonna potentially get 2 Rattlegores there. And if now Hat will have to decide at some point if he thinks it's ETC, and then he'll very likely not play minions, but
yeah, it's likely that he just holds the Rattlegores for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As exciting as it is to see that, I don't think they'll come down right away.
I don't think so either. My best bet would be Dragon Queen Alexstrasza this turn. No, Rattlegore comes down.
Great for the Rattlegore.
Okay.
It's a ballsy play.
Yeah, I mean it works. There's a bunch of ways that the Rattlegore can be lessened.
True, but it's still a very risky play. The moment Dardar gets his mercenaries and ETC, there is nothing that Hat can do.
No, definitely. And we do see that Zephyrus is active, which means, no, you got to hold Zephyrus, I think. I guess you're going to say Zephyrus and it's going to give silence if you want to do that, you should probably play something like you should probably hero power or something. So that way you're guaranteed a 0 mana.
I think he's fishing for Earth Shock too.
Yeah, you could get Earth Shock as well.
So Earth
Shock.
There's
any number of spell cards that you can get that are silence.
If
he had 1 extra mana, he could have gone for an Ironbeak Owl. Oh wow!
Yeah, I like this the most.
I was surprised it didn't give silence. But I guess Mind Control sees as the better play. I just think that Psych Split coming in here is going to be so big. It's going to give 2 of them.
I don't know how Dardar deals with this.
I mean, you take 1, but it doesn't necessarily matter. He burned one of the pieces, but it's not too bad.
It really is, though.
The main thing is that I don't know if Hat has his Zephrys. He can hex that.
He does, but I don't even think he needs to. He's so close to finding lethal here.
I actually don't know how much damage he has. Oh, he's gonna take it.
Take it, yeah. He just takes it back.
Yes.
Push his face.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's it. I do not see a way out of this. I mean, if Brawl gets played here, it delays, but it doesn't quite do enough.
It doesn't delay though.
But is it lethal?
There is no lethal here.
No,
because the max number of damage you can do with 2 ETCs is 28 damage.
Yeah.
And Hat is at 32. He needed that second Bloodsworn Mercenary to have a chance. But now he doesn't have that. And the thing is, this is going to leave, or Brawl would leave 2 8/8 Rattlegores at minimum.
They're gonna be I don't know if the 1/1 Rattlegore actually spawns a Rattlegore.
It does.
Oh, okay. No, they spawn 2 8/8s. That's so weird. I guess it just goes from its original stats.
Correct.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
Zephrys will kill here. So
Dardar has no way to deal with this.
No, there's the way is to taunt something, essentially.
He would have to taunt up the Armorsmith and then copy it.
Oh yeah. But the Barov doesn't kill. But the Barov just guarantees that the Barov doesn't die from it.
So what Hat can do is he can go for now he won't. But he could try to discover the Shield Slam, kill the Barov.
Yeah.
And then Zephrys for lethal. Mm-hmm. He's so far ahead, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, it's just lethal. No, it's not quite.
And
yeah. I think he now knows that he's out of range.
He is not out of range.
He isn't?
No, he's not. I did not like this from Hat at all.
Oh, is it just...
We needed to see that Armorsmith die.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's just lethal now, right?
I don't think it's... Is it lethal?
Is it? I don't actually know. Everything just trades into a Rattlegore. Gotta leave.
I think it's actually 2 off. Or 1 off of lethal.
Okay. Because 1 ETC will trade in, it won't kill.
Correct.
Yeah,
I also didn't like that Dardar didn't go face with the Oh wait, no, this was lethal. This was missed lethal.
Yeah, the Armorsmith going face, right? Because Armorsmith could go face.
Armorsmith goes face, and what you do is you Shield Slam first to bring back your Penflinger, and then you play the Penflinger again, and then rush it.
Oh.
And that would have been lethal. So Dardar actually missed lethal here.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's so hard to necessarily see, but you're right.
Yeah, that would have been lethal for Dardar. Exactly 30. What a shame. RHat just barely pulling through.
Mm-hmm.
And there you have it.
Yeah, 2-0. Now Hat just has to win with Warrior.
Yeah,
and if he has a controlling warrior if he has like any bit of a control warrior, ETC has such a hard time dealing with it. Because now Hat knows it's ETC warrior. So I think Dardar should play Broom Paladin here. Very likely. Because that usually has decent matchup into the specific deck. Into warriors.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Brain Shaman. Oh, okay. It's aggro. It's the enhancement shaman you mentioned at the beginning.
Yes, and this is
I did forget about that
warrior.
Deck.
So this is actually a pretty solid matchup for the shaman.
It was a bomb warrior.
Yeah, so we are going to see a fairly straightforward bomb warrior from Hat here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is looking pretty good off the bat. I mean, you have a 2/3 into a 4 currently. Yeah, rip the Corsair. You get your wrench.
Excellent start.
I think. I like his cage match a little bit better because obviously Note Taker doesn't really do a whole lot. Yeah, I was kind of expecting a stock looking bomb warrior for this one.
Yeah, this is pretty standard here. Now, Dardar has a few options. Looks like he's going to start off with the Surging Tempest here, which leaves him with 2 mana left to do whatever he really wants. Looks like he's going to Totemic Call, holds on to
Hero
the
powers. I mean, everything just kind of gets cleared, besides the 1/3. Or the 1/3/1/1, but the diligent or the cage match gets traded.
Yeah, it looks like Hat is expecting a race. That's why he just goes face here.
Yeah, I think he knows what deck this is now.
Yeah, and we're just gonna see the Doomhammer come down. Coin Doomhammer.
Yeah.
6 damage to face.
Some defensive options here from Hat, which is nice. You can go for the shield block. Yep, gonna make the trade and then
Hat regrets
get
leaving
extra
that
armor
up last turn. Takes some extra damage because of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Only RHat from here on is probably just gonna stick to not playing many minions. I mean, I guess that you can't do that all the time as this warrior deck, but not allowing Storm Strike to really get activated can come up pretty nicely. Titanic Lackey is what Sludge Slurper gives. We're gonna see another 1 or 2 swings.
Yeah, there's not much swings. There's not much for Dardar to do here.
No. And Hat getting that Krastenov, it's quite nice. More bombs in deck.
Oh, that's just dirty.
Yeah. And
there isn't a clean way for Dardar to deal with that either.
I mean, lightning or storm strike, lightning bloom or lightning.
Yeah,
card.
but you really want to get the
Lightning
Storm
bolt.
Strike back if you can. And that would mean playing the Diligent Note Taker, but then you're out of mana.
Yeah, true.
You need to be doing damage here.
I might. Yeah, I think that Ethereal Lackey could come up really nice here. Let's see what can come out of it. Let's see what is available to discover. Lightning Storm Farsight Revolve. Could go for the Revolve here. Gets rid of the 5. Gives another 5 mana card, but Krasinov in itself is just so much threat for a Bomb Warrior. It takes the Farsight. I assume Lava Burst just has to kill off the 4 attack. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to see the Lava Burst here.
Wow, okay. So very much overloaded. He's only going to have 4 mana next turn. Meanwhile, Arhat's going to have all his mana and has quite a lot of things to do. Wow, boom on 7. That is quite nice. That is a full board of bombs with a 7/7. Yeah. I mean,
what do you do if you're Dardar here?
He's still quite a bit off from actually getting the kill here. And he doesn't have enough mana. I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly what you do here. This just does not look good at all. You could go for the Note Taker with double lightning, and then you can just clear off the 7, but then there's still the bombs. There's a Blade Storm in hand. Like, I think it's over. Pending that the bombs don't hit weak. I think you absolutely have to do your best to clear off the 7/7. Though that's the thing.
He's just going for trading away the bombs. It makes sense here.
Yeah, it does. But that hits for so much. Hit for 3.
Yeah, he just wants it to kill off his minion. But this is it.
I mean, there's lethal on board. Lethal on board, Arhat, a convincing sweep. I did not expect.
Not at all. Arhat,
that I did not expect.
Getting it done on stream. Impressive win. Wow.
Gets pod people in the lead because there's no points for Dardar. I will message Hat if you would like to do a quick interview.
Let's get a call going. Full group with Hat real quick. That was quite the exciting match.
Okay, I will get him in here. Hello.
Hey, congrats on your win.
Just hoping, maybe.
I'm on push to talk. Yes. Hey, thank you very much. That was a series.
Yeah, that was quite something. Wow.
Yeah.
Well done there. A 3-0 sweep. How's it feel? That puts you in the lead, by the way.
Yeah, well, points is good and no points for them is bad, so I'm not surprised. And yeah, I didn't expect to sweep Dardar. I didn't expect to beat Dardar. But,
yeah,
you know, Highlander Paladin gets there sometimes, I guess.
Yeah,
I love that Highlander Paladin. Is quite nice.
Yeah, it's Zacho was telling me about it in the last Vicious Syndicate podcast. I'm like, hey, I want to try this, and I tried it, and half of the Discord over there is like, this deck sucks, and half of them are like, this deck is great. So I figured I'd try it out. Really, my strategy this week was to try and beat Warrior. As you can tell, I mean, when you bring Priest and it you know, when you bring Priest, you're leaving Warrior up and you're banning Rogue. So that's kind of the direction that I went.
I thought perhaps that, I guess Dardar also agreed that to get Rogue out, I thought that Priest posed quite a problem to his lineup, though. But maybe I'm missing something in there for a double Rogue ban.
I was expecting Bomb Warrior. Like, I really was expecting Bomb Warrior, which is why I was worried about the Priest. I considered bringing non-Highlander. I just haven't played enough with it.
Yeah.
But if he brought Bomb Warrior, I think that's pretty favored against my double Highlander lineup. But when you see Paladin, you expect Libram or maybe Pure, and Bomb is not really at its best there. So maybe that threw him off the scent.
I think that might have been the case indeed.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Because he did bring that ETC Warrior, and as we can see, that is a very difficult deck to pilot. He had a complicated lethal the final turn, and somehow missed it, because it was so hard to see.
I was worried about if he had if he had a Faceless Lackey or something that he could play, and then Broom for the lethal, because he was only 2 off at the end there. So what, he had to go face with the Armorsmith? And then he had a 1-mana minion or 1-mana spell in hand for the Penflinger?
Yeah, he had Shield Slam.
He had Shield Slam in hand for the Penflinger. If he flingered your face and gone face with the Armorsmith, it would have been exact lethal.
Hey, I'll take the win. Obviously I would have liked to have earned it directly. I thought I had a really cool checkmate with the Lifesteal or Rattlegores. I'm like, hey, you can't ETC combo this, I'll just gain all the life back. He figured it out. Smart guy. Even though Zeph disappointed him.
Mm-hmm.
I am certain he was looking for silence. And Zeph was like, how about a 10-mana spell instead?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, this has got to give silence, right? 10-mana spell.
It wasn't a bad mind control, but then I top deck Cabal Acolyte because I'm very skilled at Highlander Priest.
Clearly.
Yeah,
that was a very dominant match from your side until the very end. It made it for extremely close.
Did you throw up in your mouth a bit when I top deck Boom on 7?
Were
you a little disgusted?
Well, I mean, as someone who has kind of enjoyed, oh god, you're gonna hate me, but I've Bomb Warrior is one of my comfort decks, and so I saw that I did throw up in my mouth, but I wasn't like super disgusted.
Yeah, I'm sure Dardar was. Like,
I'm sure he was too. Yeah.
That was Boom on 7 where the swing gave me the 3rd bomb. Like, come on.
Yeah. For sure.
I will admit I wasn't expecting to see a Doomhammer. I was pretty sure I was going to get Coin Knuckles. I was waiting for like Bloom, Knuckles, Corsair, and something, so I was holding all this removal. Mm-hmm. And the Surging Tempest should have tipped me off, but some older builds of Evolve still played it. I'm like, maybe he's playing this to pressure. I don't know. But then Doomhammer came down. I was like, oh, this is a very different ball game than I expected.
Yes. And I saw that you just kept going face after row. I think you might have realized that it needed to be a bit of a race.
Yeah, and more that I have removal and he has overload, and removal is better than overload.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out. It was my lineup was fine, but my draws were great, and he got lucky on turn 1 of game 1, and then had horrible luck after that. That Hunger Crab.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and watch y'all's reactions to that, because, like,
I was in amazement. I was like, wow, this is better than me getting Risky Skipper from getting, like, the exact Risky Skipper I needed from first day of school to win my match yesterday.
Yeah. He got what? Aldor Attendant and Hungry Crab?
Aldor Attendant, Hungry Crab, yes.
It's secretly the nuts.
That is so much the nuts.
But he didn't know to save that Hungry Crab for my Circus Amalgam.
No, yes. I definitely was like, well, if he had that for the Circus Amalgam hat, it would be a lot sadder.
But nobody ever plays around Circus Amalgam.
No.
Never. No one expects
no one expected it.
The Spanish Circus Amalgam.
Yeah, or the N'Zoth. Though we had an answer for the N'Zoth. I had this... Did you notice that Dragon Queen Alexstrasza was just sitting in my hand multiple games in a row, and I never needed to play it?
Exactly. I saw that.
Yeah.
DQ Alex is a funny card.
It's a 10-drop, but I won with my other 10 drops, I guess. I don't know.
Something like that.
The turn you slammed the Rattlegore, I thought maybe he plays the DQA instead, and then you just slammed the Rattlegore.
I was thinking about it. I said, okay, if they play an Owl, what do I do? And then the answer was probably make a 12-attack minion and go face and copy it anyways.
Yeah.
So I figure give them it worked out. I don't know if it was the right play. I gave them a window for a narrow answer that they may or may not have been playing, and otherwise I really wanted to set up, if my board is 2 life-stealing Rattlegores, that turns off the ETC combo. That was kind of the board state that it was angling for, because if I play 2 minions and he has combo in hand, I just lose. So I wanted him to either need the Owl or need to go off that turn with 12 cards left in deck. And otherwise I set up two minions that were life-stealing and nothing else on the board, just to mitigate the possibility that ETC combo could actually kill me. So it forced him to be in the back foot for a couple extra turns, and that did work out. It also helped that Zeph forced them to burn a Bloodsworn Mercenary, which was also very, very lucky for me.
Yeah, I saw the Bloodsworn get milled. I was like, ooh, that's really bad.
Yeah, I would have just died. Like, if it wasn't for Zeph not giving a 0 mana card and for the Bloodsworn being milled, I would have just lost that game instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So, worked out for me. I mean, sucks that I won off of Zeph's coding, a burned card, and a mislethal anyways. But, I mean, I'm going to take the point.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
It's one deck. It happens.
Yep. Sure does.
Congrats on the win.
You beat all sorts of different decks, too. It wasn't just... You played every deck, and you actually just won against each separate deck.
Worked out.
That was, yeah.
Very well done.
Yeah. So thank you very much, boys, for hosting and getting Saturday streams going. Honored to be on here. Who do you have up next?
We have Molestar versus SnakeFawdz in the Pro Series.
Yes.
That is quite the matchup.
It is.
We should get right to that, actually. It is time for that. Let's take a look at the deck lists. Hat,
Yep.
you are welcome to stay if you would like.
I would, but my wife has invited me very strongly to clean the kitchen, and
Yes.
she holds more sway over me than you two. But
That is true, yes.
Yes, but appreciate the invite. Good luck, have fun. Dardar, GG's. Thanks for being a good sport about me being lucky. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah,
All
see
right,
ya.
take care, Hat.
Right.
Anyways, so we have two very strong players coming up next. Molestar versus SnakeFawdz. Deck lists are up. You want to give us a rundown, Feesh?
Sure. So, I'll start with Molestar. I actually do know the bans. The bans are on the website. Molestar has banned Warlock, and SnakeFawdz has banned Rogue. So I will kind of go accordingly. We have a Paladin, Priest, Warrior. It is a ETC Warrior. It is Highlander Priest and Broom Paladin. There does not seem to be... So, because there is no... I guess because Molestar knows there's no... what is it? Rattlegore or anything? I guess he opted no Owl, no Silas in the Paladin to go against the Warrior. And then Highlander Priest seems pretty normal, and same with the ETC Warrior. On SnakeFawdz side, we have a Highlander Mage, which I'm very excited to see how that plays. We have Bomb Warrior, and we have what also looks to be a Broom Paladin, also not running Silas or Owl. The banned decks were SnakeFawdz, Galakron Warlock, and Molestar's Whirlkick Rogue.
So, I want to point out, the Magebring is very interesting. Oh, wait, we have the same decks on here. Let me change this real quick for our guests to see. So sorry about the confusion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me fix that real quick.
I have their Yay tiers pulled up separately on my screen.
Yes, it looks like we had an issue with the saving.
Ooh.
Completely my fault. Oh no. Woe is me. Guys, whatever you do, don't do your work last minute like me, or else this will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like you said, we did have SnakeFawdz bring a very interesting Highlander Mage. I will get that on the screen in just a moment. Highlander Mage is an interesting choice because it can be teched for just about any matchup you would like.
Yep.
And that's very important here. where it's one of those toolbox decks, as I like to see it, that allows you to beat whatever you like at the cost of other matchups. But in Conquest especially this kind of environment in THL that we see, it's very good at targeting a specific lineup that you may be expecting to give yourself an advantage. There we go. We have it on the screen. The Warlock, the Galakron Warlock is banned. The Bomb Warrior, the Highlander Mage. It's a Highlander Dragon build.
Yeah, it is a dragon build.
Not the Cthulhu build that some of us have been seeing on ladder occasionally. And finally, a Penflinger Librum Paladin.
Yeah.
So, with the bans
running one Blessing of Librum. Oh, also fun fact, SnakeFawdz has teched Plate Breaker in his Paladin deck. So, seeing the Warrior expecting a lot of armor, he has opted to bring a Plate Breaker, which,
so
not a bad idea.
I have given the players a head start.
Awesome.
So they do know that they can begin.
Okay.
And we are just waiting for them to start now.
Yeah, they have gone into preparing to battle, so we will very likely see them just pick their decks and get going. The cool part about Pro, so we went from a closed deck list Conquest format to an open deck list Conquest format. So these players are able to see their opponent's deck and everything that is in it. So Molestar does know about the Plate Breaker. That will not come as a surprise. As well as the dragon variant of Highlander Mage. So a lot of the fun part about Pro is kind of you trying to build counter lineups or just going with what you can either go for like somewhat of a counter if you know what your opponent's been playing, or you can go ahead and kind of just say, I can play these really good decks better than you can. But either way, we are moving into the Pro Series Black Conference. Molestar on Swagoi Black and SnakeFawdz on Glock'gora. So Glock'gora currently holding a 8-0 lead with Peanuts getting a 3-0 over Linthesis and Audrey Kills, or a Nice Jewish Owl getting a 3-0 over Audrey Kills.
Looks like we're still waiting on the two players to start. Should be any moment now.
Yeah, swing for the eyeballs. There's the eyeballs.
They have begun. And we see Mage versus Warrior first.
Okay. This is an interesting matchup. I believe this ends up being Highlander Mage favored a little bit.
Correct.
If SnakeFawdz knows how to play this correctly anyways. You just don't give the Warrior a chance to play their combo, essentially.
That's right. So we will see if SnakeFawdz can do that. An excellent start, already getting devolving missiles for the inevitable Rattlegore.
Mm-hmm. And the of course here pulls the Bulwark of Azeroth, the only other weapon in the deck besides Ankar. I'm just gonna check that to make sure I'm not incorrect. All right, I am correct in that.
So, SnakeFawdz could coin something out here. Could have hero powered, decided not to. I like not hero powering, actually, Because if he hero powers, that is an extra draw off of Battle Rage.
Yeah.
Just playing Firebrand on curve, always solid.
Yep. Looks like a potential coin Jandis next turn. The warrior is just gonna start hitting the mage. The reason that you're gonna see this is because mage has pretty much no healing, and getting that sword eater is nice. It gets to hold the one that he has on the left of his hand, and just kind of looks like I didn't really have a whole lot, so I swung, and this is what I ended up with.
Yeah, this is pretty good for Molestar here. The nice thing for SnakeFawdz is he does have an activator for the Wand Thief now, if he wants to go with Wand Thief.
Yeah. Yeah, the imprisoned observer, pretty good. It's one of the cards that was sporadically in and out of Highlander Mage to start, and then just kind of settled on this card is pretty good. So we're just gonna keep. So it's keeping in the deck. It's nice. It applies some form of pressure where if you fill the board up a lot, it's just gonna deal 2 damage to everything. Also allows something like the like Firebrand. I mean, could trade if this was the next turn, knowing that the observer would pop off. But see the battle rage draw, like at this point, at least there can be an activation. So now there's gonna be 2 draws for Molestar. He will get his ETC and he will get a broomstick, 2 combo pieces. That's really like to see that early. And draws a 3rd. So this is looking like Molestar's getting some nice early combo action.
Jandis on curve is always a nice choice. Gotta love the golden Jandis. Yeah. Though that chromatic egg is very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Should be very easy for Molestar to know which one is the illusion.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's no dragon in hand. I'm not sure I like the coin Arcane Breath, but I guess it's okay. SnakeFawdz thinks that that's just fine to not get an extra spell off of it. Luigi's second Bloodsworn. Yeah, he's just gonna get SnakeFawdz as low as he can before he can make a nice combo here. We see all but a Penflinger, and I'm just gonna check. Indeed, this deck runs 1 Penflinger.
Yeah, I don't mind this play either. Choosing to go for the second Sword Eater over the Brawl. There's not really enough to brawl on SnakeFawdz' side.
Yeah, I forgot there was a Brawl in hand. But yeah, I agree with this play to go Sword Eater with a hero power.
Yeah. There are a few spicy choices. None of these are really that helpful for SnakeFawdz, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. Might just pick the Twilight Drake because it's cheap.
That's exactly what we see.
Mm-hmm. Can see a full clear of his armor. Armor not meaning too much here, but Okay, now we're gonna brawl the board. That's definitely I don't mind this at all.
I like brawling here. We have a chance of getting a 0-1 left on the board. And we get rid of quite a bit of damage.
Everything but the Wand Thief. Yeah, so now that just goes face. At this point, if I'm SnakeFawdz, I'm really unsure about actually playing much of anything. Because unless you don't expect a super early combo, trying to think, how much mana does this cost right now? Got Skipper. Well, doing it with the Skipper wouldn't be great right now.
No, you do not want to go in with Skipper here. You would have to lower the Skipper's health.
You would need a Pen Flinger. You need to lower Skipper to 1 health.
Yes. By the way, it turns out SnakeFawdz brought the Highlander Mage thanks to Nice Jewish Owl. Thought I'd mention that.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool, yeah. Good. I like the bring. That's a good. It's definitely going well.
Yeah, it is very solid.
It's definitely a good bring in from Milo. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like this decoy here. This will pull out a few combo pieces potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart play from SnakeFawdz.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean,
you have all you need in hand now.
Yeah, just have to get to the mana, which I believe there's enough mana next turn. Should work on 9. No, it doesn't. It needs 10. Yes, but you also need to clear the board.
Well, you don't have to go for the full combo either right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, at 17 health, you don't need the full combo, but I think it's just gonna. I think this deck
does have combo. Here, he does have combo next turn, I believe.
Yeah, you'd have to remove multiple minions of his own minions.
Yeah, there's just
you're dealing 10, but I mean that's just more than enough damage from Molestar to win this.
Yeah,
you just play ETC.
Molestar will just win on the spot here.
Yep.
With ETC.
Yeah. ETC is the one type of warrior deck that, I mean, yeah, you get combo by turn 8 or by turn 9, and I mean, Mage is thinking I have a few more turns. You don't.
That's right.
Well, oh yeah, gonna get another rush minion there. Yeah. I mean, mm-hmm.
And there it is.
This one goes 1-0 hit. There it is. Yep, 1-0. Molestar takes the first game.
Yes. Now, what do you expect to see from these players next game? We won't see SnakeFawdz be playing Warlock. That's...
No. So, I'm thinking... Wow, I'm wondering, because the Warriors got through. Maybe we see the Mage come back out for SnakeFawdz, and maybe we see Priest from Molestar.
That would be a very long matchup.
Yeah, I mean that's the one I kind of want to avoid. You don't want to see Highlander Priest versus Highlander Mage. That just goes forever.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Yeah, realistically, I still think the Mage is the bring out, but maybe we would mean that it would be Priest, unless SnakeFawdz wants to play Bomb Warrior here into the Priest.
That does make sense.
I can play the Warrior. Maybe they'll bring out their Priest. This deck does run Sticky Finger. But let's see. They have picked their decks. Is Priest versus Warrior.
Like you said, Warriors.
Yeah.
There's a good chance of coming out. SnakeFawdz must be very happy to be facing Priest right now with his Bomb Warrior.
Yeah. And if I'm Molestar, I'm just like, okay, how do I win this before they start putting all the bombs in my deck? And the answer is you need Sticky Finger early. And so we don't see the coin coming from SnakeFawdz. However, we do see a Corsair Cache along with Cutting Class, double Shield Block, and Shield Slam. So we're going to get the weapon here. You get very likely just to see a Shield Block from him next turn, and Looks like Molestar's just gonna go Hero Power Pass.
Yeah, there's no rush on Molestar's end besides just drawing the Cobalt Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
His deck is not meant to pressure at all.
No. Highlander Priest wins by getting a lot of grind out games, and we see that this is a Galakrond variant of Highlander Priest as well. Maybe I don't know how many of these decks have been running Galakrond in them. I guess you run it because it does give infinite. It can end up giving like very much a lot of value.
Yes, that is exactly what it's for.
Auspicious Spirits definitely a good pull here. You can just play Cabal Acolyte next turn, and then it becomes then Auspicious Spirits is really good.
3 mana 7/7 is pretty solid.
Yeah, 3 mana 7 drop card.
And you got to be wondering, how long can Molestar go before he is in on the Sticky Fingers or Bust train?
If he starts drawing bombs, then that will progress the amount of that'll like kind of raise his amount of perhaps desperateness. I don't know if that's even the correct word to use there, but where his focus will have to shift to a different game. We'll have to focus to that type of game plan. I just, because I don't think that this Bomb Warrior is going to play many of its minions. Like, we see Upgrade just get picked up. There's plenty of ways to deal with the Acolyte, especially since there is a Shield Slam. You can just Shield Slam the minion there. That way it can never trigger, because it'll just be removed from play, which is what we see. And a second Corsair Cache as well to pick up the second Reg Caliber. So even if a Sticky Finger comes out now to remove this one, there is one that comes right down after that also allows SnakeFawdz to hold his... SnakeFawdz is also able to now hold his Alabaster. He's able to hold his Upgrade for his next weapon.
Correct. You really want to get that Wrench Caliber into the weapon pool for Horde Pillager as well.
Oh, so now he knows.
That's a free Bladestorm.
Bladestorm's fine here, honestly. You don't want to let this 6/8 live.
I like Bladestorm here as well.
Yep, and you get to play your Evil Quartermaster as well. There's now 3 bombs sitting in Molestar's deck that would, if they were somehow all drawn 3 at a time, he'd be left with 8 health, as each bomb does 5 damage. Draconic Studies, it's
not bad, but it's not Sticky Fingers.
It's not bad. You can maybe find a good... No, it's not.
They're all interesting choices.
Mage Scribe.
I like Onyx Magiscribe here because it's just a big body. The Spell Burst gives you the chance to potentially get more healing as well.
Yeah.
Molestar goes for it. No surprise there. I wonder if we use the coin here just to get the Magiscribe out and Broom so we can clean up the hand a little bit. That next time, or next turn, we can just activate the Spell Burst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I would have liked that. But we're just going to see it come out last. Maybe with a Raised Dead, potentially.
I don't think we're going to go with... Are we going with Raised Dead here? We are.
Because you get back an Acolyte and an Alabaster. It's pretty good. But he does now fill his hand completely. So if he had played that a little earlier, he might have had time to get out the Circle of Healing just to clear up the hand.
I don't think
there isn't. I don't know if there's
don't think
Particularly
there's-
one thing you'd mind milling.
Yeah, the idea is you can't draw bombs now.
Oh, true. You can't draw a bomb.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'd rather mill. Yeah, you're right.
So, Molestar's idea here, next turn, I assume, is to just play Keymaster Alabaster, get a big body out, and force the mill once more. They'll be getting plenty of value regardless.
Mm-hmm. Could also go for a renew play, where you are able to discover. But I think he sees what you said. I think he sees the Alabaster will give him something to play or something in hand.
Yeah, it looks like he does want to draw, though. He's just going to Circle of Healing
Okay.
and Keymaster Alabaster here.
Yeah. There's enough in deck where you're not in much threat of being killed, but every bomb is... Wow.
What a pickup.
Every bomb is quite annoying because he can heal off the bombs. But, I mean, we're going to see Deathwing very potentially here, and then I mean, there's just an easy clear from Molestar, just his own. It will just clear and will not live any further. Could also maybe go, well, depending on the draw. A wave of apathy would be very good here for if that was to come down. But it looks like we're just gonna get a rush. Looks like we're just gonna rush Lackey Sword and Board. Okay.
I did not like this from
Galakron in hand
SnakeFawdz
now.
at all.
SnakeFawdz now allows a mill.
He does, but he also
So-
gave Molestar Galakron.
A new
And-
Galakron.
yeah, and
a
that
different
costed-
Galakron, yeah.
That costed SnakeFawdz 5 damage. I did not like that whatsoever. The thing I was going to say
I didn't
before,
like it either.
if he had gone with Deathwing, Molestar would have been able to have his Deathwing on the board unchallenged and draw his very own Galakron with Kronks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. True. So now...
So now Molestar has a very difficult decision because he has so many things he can do here. Looks like he's going to start with Insight. Get a minion. He has...
Ooh.
That is a very nice
Sticky
pickup.
finger. Yeah.
There's the sticky finger. I really like that Idol of Yasiraj here.
Yeah, you have enough mana now where Idol is just so good. Okay. We're not for a heal.
Also
And
a
nothing more.
big 12-11 minion on the board.
Mm-hmm.
SnakeFawdz has a very hard time dealing with this.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to play his own, right? He's gonna have to counter it.
He will.
He got beat to the kind of the punch of playing that card.
Yep. Has just enough mana for upgrade. I like this upgrade here.
Yeah, I do too.
Minimize the odds that Molestar goes and steals the Wrench Caliber.
Yeah.
So, interesting here. Molestar can actually get a third Galakron.
Oh yeah. Madame Lazul.
Mm-hmm. So there's a 75% chance he gets it. He whiffed.
Okay. I kind of like the shield block because it's armor and draw, and so 5 armor completely takes away a swing and more, or it just kind of nullifies a bomb damage, and it's also a draw card, which is quite nice.
Yep.
Sticky
and
fingers and yeah.
Molestar is looking to take that wrench away now.
Mm-hmm.
Still thinking about it. Goes for it. Heals his face.
He's gonna opt just to heal.
I think he was considering Galakron as
Galakron.
well.
Okay.
Opting
Well, he's
not
gonna
to go
hold the
for it.
weapon. Oh, there's Boom.
Boom is not what you want to see if you're Molestar.
No. Because you don't want to, and he's not gonna. I would highly doubt we're gonna see some Soul Mirror shenanigans if that comes out, just because he has so much less health.
I think
yeah,
what we will see is
wow. I would have. I think I would have just slammed the Boom because there's 5 bombs in deck, so you're getting a full board.
Yeah, I do not like this from SnakeFawdz at all.
Yeah, he's trying to push damage as fast as he can, just using the hero power every turn.
The damage is there though.
Yeah,
You are going to have that damage regardless because bombs are inevitable.
Yeah.
Just get the Boom out while you can, guarantee the damage, and go face.
And now we get Kronks for an 8/8 happens, and you're in a really bad spot, or you're in a much worse spot than you were prior. Yeah, reanimation for sure.
Yeah,
Second Galakron is there if he wants to change hero powers eventually, because he will have to transition. Gonna coerce the 8/8. That's bad, but it's not the end of the world. Shadow Word Death Mill. Idol of Yashiraj could be good potentially. It could soak a lot of bomb damage.
I think what we're gonna
Cabal
see
Acolyte
is...
Cabal Acolyte can steal.
Yeah, I think what we're just gonna see is a bunch of minions being played to soak up damage when we Holy Nova this.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then we can deal with the Dr. Boom after.
Yeah. With a Oh no, you can't Galakron and Holy Nova on the same turn. Well, technically you can, but they would have to play it right now.
I don't think we'll see that.
No. Nazmani Bloodweaver. Breath okay.
Of the Infinite. Interesting choice.
But time is fleeting.
Soaked a lot of damage there, though.
Yeah. Oh, I like it.
Now we'll get the Blastmaster Boom clear. Molestar still very much in this.
Mm-hmm. The unfortunate part of not having the healing hero power anymore is it might turn out a little unfortunate. Where there's 4 bombs and there might not be a great way to get above 20. Although we do see a shield block. There is Galakron. There's second Galakron that he can play, but the Horde Pillager off the top is so big.
Man, I do not like this from SnakeFawdz at all. He had a clear for the minefield. This is just such an unnecessarily risky play because if Molestar gets Apotheosis, he heals right back up.
Yeah, Apotheosis just kind of ends this game. But you see he's not getting Priest. He's not getting Priest spells anymore because according to this Galakron, he's now a warrior.
Correct. That's exactly how.
So now we see the swing from the weapon, putting the bomb in deck. Yeah, this is quite interesting. This is turning out quite interesting. Gonna go with the Barov Minefield potentially. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like SnakeFawdz has been taking quite a few unnecessary risks here. Yes, he's pushing damage.
But any bomb draw here is still game, and there's 6 in deck.
There it is. SnakeFawdz taking it. 1-1 now.
Yeah, 1-1. Warrior has gotten through for SnakeFawdz. And Molestar's warrior. So both players have gotten their warrior through.
Correct.
And so now we have mage and paladin, and then we have priest and paladin.
Yeah.
The paladins in these lineups, just at least the other class from their opponent, seems to deal very, like, probably will not have a hard time against this paladin. So now we have the long matchup, the mage versus priest. Either player saying, if you're going to bring your paladin in out, I have the class that can beat it. So now we have to now we're going to have this Highlander mage versus Highlander priest matchup.
Here we go. This is going to be a long one. Starting off with an early primordial studies. Some okay choices. Mana Reservoir you don't really like to see. SnakeFawdz going for the mid-game Archmage pick. Just a simple hero power. This game's going to start very slow. Got the whole hero power, turn 2, hero power, turn 2, followed by Molestar going for the early pressure here with Sethek Veilweaver. I think that's very interesting since Sethek is usually used for as a value engine in the mid and late game, these kinds of matchups for the most part. Yeah, and we see they're not really doing much in the early game.
Okay.
Yeah, so the mage is still taking it very easy here. Priest doing the same.
Mm-hmm. Pointing out like Spellkin. Gonna start getting towards the heal. Or towards their spells.
It's just a nice rolling fireball.
Yep, very nice clear.
Once again, still not much pressure from either side.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of pressure. I guess that Archmage is from Primordial Studies. And there we go. Gonna play that out. Say 4-7. How about this? And Molestar says, yes, I'd quite like that when my minion dies.
SnakeFawdz does have an active Dragon Caster. He could get Potion or Power of Creation on this turn, on top of a 4/4.
Yeah,
and that'll probably be the first power play we see all game.
Mm-hmm. I think so. It also makes it so that Galakrond has multiple minions to deal with. There's no. Oh, he's gonna go for he's gonna go in Conjurer's Calling with it. Picks up an owl. Okay.
Not sure how I feel about this Conjurer's Calling here.
Yeah, I think I would have rathered power, but either way, I guess it's more. I guess it's like a higher chance of getting more power on board.
I wouldn't say so because you have to include the 4/4 as well.
That you have from that's what I was doing. I was just thinking there is a chance that if that's not an Umbral Owl and it's a bigger minion, then it would very likely be equal or greater power potentially to a power of creation play here. Very nicely dealt with by Molestar though.
Absolutely.
He survives with a 3/1 and a 4/3 on board. Power of Creation can just come down here. However, Galakrond would be able to answer, taking away one of the minions. And there's Kronk's in hand, so there might be a bit more of a potential for SnakeFawdz to want, or for Molestar to want to go into that type of line. Malago's Aspect of Dragon, we see a Polymorph, Missiles, and Frostbolt.
I like this Malygos here. There's not a ton you can do with the rest of your board.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you really want to get rid of that Wild Pyromancer. And this will.
So yeah, you get a full board clear and you get to freeze face. That's really nice.
Just dealing a little bit of damage. Look at the board. Swing tempo. Get some minions on the board.
And there's not really an easy. There's not necessarily an easy clear here, but I think we're just going to see Galakrond come from Molestar. The lower attack minion getting taken out or getting removed from the field. Ooh, Smug Senior.
Very nice.
That's really nice. That's so much stats, and it just protects the mage. This is where the mage has the ability to take the advantage and try and seal this game away. Essentially.
Yeah, they don't call this Scam Mage for nothing.
No, for sure. I mean, Kronks is going to clear the board, but there's going to be more. There's going to be Ghost Seniors or Spectral Seniors in the hand. There's both them in hand. I see that this didn't cause a mill. There was only 9 cards in hand. Caligo's going to come down. Is he going to come down with a conj?
I think we're going to see Primordial Studies off of this.
Yeah.
Looks like conj is coming down. 2 10 drops.
Oh, all right. That's a 10 drop that creates more. Gets a Armored Goon.
6 mana, 6/7, not bad. It's one of the best stat lines in the game.
That is one of the best stat lines for sure. I'm wondering if you just go for the.
There's quite a few options here.
You can Zephyr Shadowward Ruin, which I know removes your own Kronk, but at the same time, your Kronk still gets to go face for you clear. Renew could get something as well. There's quite a lot here for Molestar to consider.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see Zephyrs come down at 5 mana, going for the Shadowward Ruin. Molestar putting pressure on the board, getting a discount. Not bad at all. And now that Inner Fire gives him a 5/5 minion on the board too. Very difficult for SnakeFawdz to deal with here.
Mm-hmm.
That Blizzard is nice, but it doesn't clear the 5/5.
No, it just allows more stuff to get discounted. I mean, most of the stuff in the hand is discounted fairly well as is. Now we see, a Sethik Veil Weaver on a discount.
Yeah,
There's going to be so much generation now.
Yeah, Molestar has a very powerful Miracle Turn ahead of him now.
Yeah.
I really like that Power Word Shield as well.
I do, yeah. It's as long as it's a target spell, it's well worth having.
Yeah, there's just more and more value here.
Oh, he went for the Mass Dispel, it looks like.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No Solarian Prime going into deck is definitely a good thing.
Absolutely. There we have the second Apotheosis.
Yes.
This is looking like a
Apotheosis.
Very strong hand.
Apotheosis tends to shut down this deck. I think if I'm SnakeFawdz, I see the potential danger, and I might go for the Reno here. just to clear off the board.
It does feel a bit early knowing that this is a Highlander deck. I don't think it's time to go for Reno yet.
It's not time to blow it up yet? Okay. I can agree with that. Potential. I mean, there is still 2 Smug Seniors in hand. You can try and get one down here. We have what looks to be Zephyrus in hand as well.
I do like starting with this Primordial Studies first.
Okay.
A Zephyrus here for Flame Strike.
Okay.
You can also, yes, we're going for Flame Strike. It makes a lot of sense. Just get rid of that Bloodweaver.
Yeah. I mean, this Mind Render or Lucia, if it goes down to 0, that is very deadly potential. Can go in and even box or dump out the Reno for Molestar stuff. I don't think Molestar would actually want to take the Reno, but you can get rid of quite a lot of stuff if you want to play a 0-mana Lucia eventually. However, the Nazmani has been taken away, so there will be no more. In the Raise Dead user, there will be no more discounting. At least of minions. There's potential if there's a palm reading discovery to make the spells cost less. Ooh, you gonna take the rolling fireball here?
Not sure if we needed a fireball just yet.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I thought maybe the evocation in case things.
But, you don't take the evocation at that point because you already have Reno and Puzzle Box in hand, and your hand is really heavy, so you're never going to get a ton of value off of Evo. I liked the rolling fireball pick. I don't think I wanted to rolling fireball there though.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we're gonna see light spawn. I wonder. I thought about maybe just dropping the Skelly Dragon because it generates more value, but I think Molestar also realized that it would fill his hand up again.
Correct.
Because there'd be 10 cards in hand if they didn't play that. Okay, well that Obelisk. I mean, SnakeFawdz just having no Jandis luck today, or at least in this match. That card off the top, that's Azure Explorer, so that'll be quite good to play here. I like pinging that down to a 4/4. It means that it can't clear the 3/5 in one hit.
We get a DQ Alex off of that Explorer. Very good pickup.
Yeah, that's a very good pickup. As well as we actually have Alex Straza, the one that sets your opponent to a certain health on the board, are in hand as well. The difficult part with that the use of Alex Straza is going to be knowing when to do it, when to set your opponent to 15 in order to utilize make it as effective as possible, essentially.
Yeah, because you want to set up for lethal. That was a very good pickup.
Yeah, that's Nethrin Damus, Demon Hunter, 9-mana dragon. Summon two minions of a certain cost depending on how many turns it sat in your hand.
Or no, that's
so
how
Molestar can just kind of let that sit.
That's actually how many minions died while it was in your hand.
Oh, how many minions die each turn? Oh yeah, Nethrin Damus is played in. It's played mainly in Highland, like the kind of Highlander demon decks that have been coming up lately. Who are we? Are we gonna see what's in the box? Are we seeing what's in the box? We are seeing what's in the box. And apparently it has given attack to this. It's given Mark of the Wild on the obelisk. Well, that's very unfortunate. That will not be used because this box did not give the hero the ability to attack. Yeah, well, Scam Mage does Scam Mage things, right?
Yeah. Now,
Murazon getting pulled.
That's huge. But we also have to remember. Molestar doesn't just have an answer to this. He's going to get a massive dragon.
Massive. Yes.
So that 9-cost dragon that he has in hand here, it's already at 3-cost minions, but that's going to go up if he decides to Soul Mirror. because he is guaranteed at least 6 minions die.
Yeah. Including the Illusion 2/7 Obelisk. Embalming Psych Split Initiation. I might get down with that Psych Split potential. But Molestar takes Initiation. I like it. It guarantees that the Huffer also dies.
Yeah, this is just getting rid of so much on the board here.
Yeah. I mean, now we're all the way up to 8 cost minions, and I don't think you really want it to get much lower or much higher. I guess if SnakeFawdz trades, then it becomes 10 or 10 costers, which is also fine. But usually, like somewhere like 6, 7, or 8 is where I would want to play a Nethrodomus. Obviously, he can't help if it goes up higher if the trade happens. But I don't think there's going to be I guess there's no trade coming. It's just Kartut Defender and going face.
Yeah, I like this Kartut here.
Yeah, I like the Kartut as well. I mean, it does get cleared with the Holy Smite, both halves of it, but it heals for 8. Oh, but Initiation's gonna give Molestar his own Kartut. Now he hero powers, which just gives him another minion, gives him a Wretched Tutor. Oh no, sorry, a Wretched Reclaimer?
Yes, and that is excellent.
Yeah.
With this Kartut, because that's going to give him an extra Kartut. That's just more healing.
I feel like I'm watching Res Priest right now.
Oh no, please. No. Not Res Priest.
Yeah, no Res Priest. Not Res Priest. we know that is the only. There is no Res cards in this deck. It's just Highlander Priest. Goodness gracious. But you see how much those Spectral Seniors have kind of clogged the hand up. They looked really nice coming off of Power of Creation, but the way that most are dealing with it, those cards are kind of clunky. Deep
really
Freezes looking like it's gonna come down here. There's so much stuff to clear through. That Deep Freeze is good here. Because now everything gets dealt with, although Molestar goes back to full health, but there's still that Alex in hand that can protect. That can just instantly put Molestar to 15. And if SnakeFawdz gets pretty low, wow, are we gonna see?
We are.
Wow, we're gonna see. This is just a massive swing. Like there's, like, wow, yeah, no, just Wave of Apathy takes both of them.
Yeah, and that swings the board so hard.
It does, yeah.
SnakeFawdz is kind of just forced to consider Reno now.
I think Reno has to be a consideration now, because otherwise, yeah, he instantly picked that card up.
Oh,
he drew Tortollan Pilgrim off the top. Board is evaporated. But there is refill. I mean, Nethrodomus just comes down here.
Yeah, and that summons
9 and 2 10s. Nozari
those are big
original
boys.
Deathwing. And Biggin gets played.
Doesn't help at
but
all.
I don't know if there's a way to. I guess there's no Zephyrus, right? So that's
no,
Zephyrus stunner. He would need to find a spell. He would need to find a secret in his deck. If there is a secret in his deck.
No, I think we're gonna have to just.
This deck doesn't run secret, so that's stunner, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't doing much. Frost Nova comes down, but like
Frost Nova, yeah.
That's just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, I mean it just delays it. Like it allows for more power to come on board. There is 27 power on board with those minions. Wow, Disciplinary and Gandling.
It's just disgusting.
You can play the Evil. You can play the evil conscriptor. It should die and give a lackey,
and you get
and then come back as a 4/4.
4/4, and then you play the lackey and get another 4/4.
And a dragon in your hand, yeah. Because everything kind of like this just looks so bad for SnakeFawdz right here. Molestar should be able to get enough where Reno does nothing to this board. There's just not enough. There's the 12/12 in itself is too much health for Reno the Relicologist to clear. Draws Mass Dispel, but that doesn't do anything. It does Mass Dispel, but that doesn't do anything.
He gets Blizzard.
However, the second draw Blizzard does something. It delays more.
But like, what do you do from here?
I mean,
at this point, Stunner.
Yeah.
Even if Stunner is active, it's not going to do anything. I think you just have to play the Stunner out, and maybe trade. I guess you can get rid of the 7/5.
Yeah, I guess that would be my thought. Would be get rid of the 7/5.
You can get rid of a 4/2 with the combustion as well.
Yeah, you can hit the 3/4. And you hit the. Then you do that, and you do a little bit of damage to the.
So he's trading into the 3/4. He's just gonna hold.
Combustion. Okay. I mean, obviously the Blizzard had to be played. Really, I just don't know. I mean, Zephyrus the Great has been played, so there's no Twisting Nether here.
No.
I guess he's hoping for like a plague or a clear from Reno. Reno just needs to do something incredible here. And getting his own Reno the Relicologist which will allow him to clear some form of any board that comes out. But this
SnakeFawdz is just praying to RNG now.
Yeah, I mean, you just need some good RNG to actually kind of turn this around. Maybe a secret from Reno would allow Stunner to happen, and you could stunner back the Deathwing, make it unplayable. Murs, I just think Murs on the Infinite is the play there. Yeah.
Yeah, you always take Murs on.
Shadow Word Ruin.
Wow.
RNG. All right. Yeah. No, it's quite fine now. Reno now clears the board.
Yeah, I think
I know Reno gets cleared himself.
I think I want to see the combustion here because that's just a clean combustion. You can put pressure down.
Oh, I don't like this. I mean, the DQA is not terrible, but Malygos Aspect.
My issue is that there's still minions on the board, and those are gonna really create some problems for SnakeFawdz.
Yeah,
like these are not great right now. Malygos' explosion.
I would have rather to clear and playing Smug Senior, honestly.
Agreed.
I would have much rather you just get a taunt out there. You don't allow for, like, I guess it's the idea of you're putting like pressure where if he gets 5 more on board and somehow Molestar lets it live, knowing that there's an Alexstrasza in the hand, knowing there's an Alex in deck and probably in hand. At this point, there is only 1 card left, so Molestar should almost be able to guess SnakeFawdz' entire hand at this point.
Yeah, can we talk about SnakeFawdz' pick here? Malygos' Intellect draws 4 cards, but we see he has 10 cards in hand and only 1 in deck.
I would have much rather have seen Malygos Missiles get taken or something else.
Just any of the other choices,
even the Arcane
really.
Explosion.
The Explosion would have been fine. It would have dealt with this well. Or the missiles just to deal some damage. I did not like it. This was the only one you should not ever pick.
Yeah, even in a normal situation, that card, it just doesn't give enough kind of value.
You just
and the card gets
do
milled. Yeah, I mean I don't know.
The writing is on the wall.
What can save anything? Like, there's
Right.
no blizzard.
The thing is,
Reno didn't clear the board.
If we had taken Malygos' explosion, we would have a clear, a full clear.
Yeah.
And we'd be able to drop the Explorer as well and get a dragon off of that. But because SnakeFawdz took Malygos' intellect, we have no way to prevent lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are at the hands of Reno right now. Oh, I do not like this combustion placement either. It just doesn't do anything. Yes, you do the maximum damage possible, but you only do 5, and you're not guaranteeing a clear. So I would have rather seen him put that on the 1-cost minion and guarantee clearing 3 minions to just kind of clear as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So now all Molestar has to do is outlast these dragons and 6-cost minions in SnakeFawdz' hand, and then it's over. DQ Alex is a 10-mana 10/10.
Yeah, now Reno just clears.
Yeah, it just does nothing.
The DQ egg.
You can't play that when you're behind, and SnakeFawdz is going to be behind for the rest of this game.
Yeah.
I just don't see how he can come back from here. It's over.
Yeah.
Unless Reno can somehow scam a win, there's no way.
Potential, yeah, you're right. It has to be Reno.
There's Deathwing. Deathwing is
Deathwing with your dying breath is nothing still. Because a lot of these cards that you want, those 2 cards have sat in hand since turn 9. And they just don't do anything now. I mean, second Apo comes down and just clears it. Stunner doesn't obviously do anything. There's no spells. I would have held Stunner on the off chance that Reno gets you a secret.
At this point, there's no reason to play Stunner at all.
Yeah,
Stunner doesn't do anything.
You have a Cabal Lackey. At least if you Cabal Lackey, you can kind of make the clears slightly easier potentially. I mean, it's to the point now where Sticky Fingers just as a drop in itself becomes an acceptable play. Yeah, it didn't freeze. You do get the second half of the Ray of Frost. You could use it on the 4/3, so that way he can't heal. But at the same time, I mean, do you just go for the? I have a. You don't play Deathwing.
No, you don't play Deathwing. You freeze and you.
No.
Yeah, you go for the Alex play.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I'm Molestar, I just know I have the win, and CMAT is actually not bad here either.
CMAT will deal with the Alex, and then what is SnakeFawdz gonna do?
Nothing. I mean, you just play DQA and hope you get maybe a nose. You just have to hope for DQA and something else that works with it.
You don't have time to play that because you're just dead. You're dead on board.
Yeah. It's over. There's absolutely nothing left.
Yeah, Molestar is back to 26 health. That Alex Draza did almost nothing.
Yeah.
The nice thing, though, is SnakeFawdz has a creative lethal out here where he draws 8 cards and puts himself into -12 fatigue. I'm curious to see if we see it.
Yeah. I think he's going to go for Deathwing.
I am sad. I really wanted to see 8 fatigue there.
I would have enjoyed it too. But DQA is just going to come down. Actually, he's going to Mind Render.
Yeah, just show off his hand. Might as well.
Yeah.
If Reno adds anything to deck, it goes straight to Molestar.
How much does he actually... But how? Wait, how did he get an envoy?
He hero powered.
Oh, hero power. Duh.
Yes.
Oh, he takes exactly 4. I guess Molestar knew that he milled for 3.
Correct.
So that's why he swapped. Because technically he was swapping fatigue amount.
No. You do not switch fatigue. No. When you swap decks like that, it does not change your fatigue.
Does not change your fatigue. Okay, well, Molestar is now up 2-1.
Yes, and all he has left is the Paladin. Good news is,
so
the long
Mage
slog is over. So
yeah.
Made it through. That was
my dinner pack.
Wow. Chat is still talking about the mid game, while we are just finishing up that one match. Insane.
Yeah.
So we are just waiting for SnakeFawdz to figure out what he wants to play.
Yep. I think you just play the mage here against Paladin, and then if you win, you get the Paladin mirror.
Yes.
But we get the Paladin mirror first.
Ooh. Bold move, Cotton. Looks like we have a Libram Paladin mirror.
Yeah.
Both players starting off with Aldor Attendant. Molestar considering dropping the Loot Hoarder. I like it here because it gives you some draw. It also trades pretty well into the Outdoor Attendant from SnakeFawdz side. So SnakeFawdz has a few options here. You can coin out a Zealot's Pride. You could just drop the second Outdoor Attendant. He could hero power. You could also use the Penflinger and coin. Chooses to. Looks like he's going to do that and just clean up the board. Kind of risking his Penflinger by leaving it out.
Looks like SnakeFawdz has a faster board. But the Penflinger is getting left up.
Yeah, it's very awkward. And
I guess it's kind of okay because there is no, because clearing the board means there's no, unless this first day of school gives something. There's nothing necessarily. Wow.
He gets a Penflinger.
Indeed. Wow.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So Molestar is now ahead solely because he picked up a Penflinger.
So many spells getting drawn. Good thing is that well, I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of pieces for SnakeFawdz. It's just a matter of if he's gonna be able to
utilize them.
It's just a matter if he's gonna be able to like draw the pieces to use them, like you said, utilize them properly. Where making sure he's getting something like his outdoor or something like to get into kind of towards his later game stuff. Like obviously we see that happen. We see the first day of school drawn. We see in what looks like a soul-bound Ash Tongue, and then Urzul Horror.
Yeah, the Ash Tongue
horror
is
gonna
not... The Ash Tongue isn't great. I'm also not too sure about this broom here. It doesn't seem like there's much pressure at all from Molestar.
Yeah. Yeah. I also don't see the point in holding the Ash Tongue, because at this point, it's not going to get him killed.
No, and he's not dealing with a bunch of big minions on the board either.
I mean, granted, the Hammer of the Naru would create a bad situation where you're looking at potentially taking like that much damage, decent damage over a couple of turns.
Molestar mulling over his options here. Looks like he's going to start off with Pedflinger. I do like just cleaning up the board, making things efficient. Hero power. There is no rush, really.
There is no rush. Yeah. Not even gonna. Doesn't want to leave that minion up, so you just play these two here. Violet Spellwing with a Blood Imp.
Yeah,
you gotta see a Penflinger.
SnakeFawdz goes for the Penflinger, but like, he doesn't have any other good spells to utilize it. So
yeah,
even with all these one-cost minions, he drops them, and then what does he do?
It just puts stuff on the board, I guess. At this point, is what he's thinking. A wide board here. Not necessarily gonna get dealt with all at once, but just over time it's gonna become this devout pupil just gets bigger, just gets like these two devout pupils cost less and less. They're gonna go down the one cost. You could even see double. We're looking at a potential. Well, you can play single devout pupil with a Argent Braggart if you care to. Yeah.
This is just not looking good for SnakeFawdz here.
Yeah, but he's gonna be able to get some form of clear here. He will use his Librum of Justice here to remove out the minions.
I don't like this ordering,
not gonna be able to use.
Like, we could have gotten an Argent Braggart down too. That would have been a 4-5 uncontested against the rest of this board, and like,
yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
It's so much better than a 1-1.
He missed it. Yeah, he missed it, but a lot of things like that can be slightly difficult to spot after like the last game or so. So there isn't, it's not always the easiest to see. Oh, I can throw in these extra cards while I'm doing this. Obviously, yeah, we have a little bit more beneficial of seeing. I mean, and not really having played that Mage versus Priest game prior. But yeah, you're right. He did. He could have had a 4-5 on the board.
Yeah, and now Molestar just kind of has a ton of options in hand right now. Once again, he's just so in control of this game, really. If he wants, he can get a 3/3 weapon up with a 6/6 taunt. What does SnakeFawdz do against that? He's forced to use his... I mean, he has his Argent Braggarts and Broom, and he also has Lemur of Justice, but you hate to use all that on just a 6/6 taunt.
Yeah, I definitely want to use one of the Braggarts to... I definitely want to make at least one Braggart here.
Yeah,
maybe two.
You can afford to go for another Braggart as well. I don't really like this ordering, though, personally. I think if we were going to eat Broom, I wanted to see Hand of a Doll come down on one of the braggarts so that you can get an 8-3 braggart and an 8-9 braggart on board.
Oh, okay.
And we would
Yeah, I
also
can see that.
hold the Libra of Justice for larger minions, and we get a draw.
Yeah, because Hope is coming down here, very likely.
Yeah,
There's
Libra of
also
Hope is
there's also Libram of Justice coming out here to just remove them both with penflingers.
Yeah, and then we just have arcane missiles to go along with this, and it'll clear the board so well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Molestar spots that he can check. He can go for a full clear here with the missiles before he even has to bother playing the penflinger.
That's right.
Does have to play. Will now play one, or might just opt to trade out the blood imp instead.
Yeah, I think
And
the
then-
idea here is to drop the Salad's Pride.
Yeah, with the devout pupil.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a very good play. Yeah.
Okay, Libram of Hope gets drawn.
SnakeFawdz still not having any discounts on his pupil whatsoever. Making things very awkward for him. Can't help but look at that Libram of Hope and think, now may be the time to use it.
Yeah, I think it is the time.
I mean, even though it has a chance just to get, counter Libram of Hope.
Man, this attack, just to pop the Divine Shield, is so awkward.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
But it's awkward.
The problem is, Molestar has answers to this
Oh yeah.
Libram of Hope.
I mean, he just makes a big braggart of his own, and is able to clear.
Not even, he has Libram of Hope himself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm just thinking
If he wants to go the route of braggart, he can. But yeah, just Libram of Hope is fine.
Yeah, and he keeps the 8-8 here.
Yeah. That's true.
So now we see the awkwardness of not playing Hand of a Doll earlier. We have no minions on the board. We're forced to play a 5-mana Devout Pupil. And now hands get played, but we're spending so much mana just to even have a chance to play them. And this cycle isn't really mattering a ton either because our hand is empty and we don't really have options.
Yeah. The braggart just comes down and it's really bad.
Yeah, I don't see how SnakeFawdz comes back
Triple
from this.
penflinger, I don't see either.
The writing is on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
he's leaving himself plenty of time with the.
He leaves himself plenty of time with the broomstick. I mean, it's just lethal as is, right? Or no, or can the 4/5 not attack face? Yeah, so that's it.
Yep.
Molestar takes it.
And there you have it. So I am in touch with Molestar.
Cool.
And I'll see if I can pick him up to bring him in a dominant 3-1 win.
Yep, I have him added on Discord. So if he's down, I'll just add him in.
I am asking now.
Okay. All right. Well,
Just
so
waiting for the friend request.
oh, is he good to?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Hello.
Oh,
Hey, congrats on the
Congratulations.
win.
thank you.
Yeah, that was very dominant, in my opinion. That mage versus priest game, though, wow, that went for a while. Down to
Yeah.
fatigue.
Yep,
How are you
that's
feeling?
usually. Oh, yeah, feeling good. I mean, it's been an hour and 15-minute match, so obviously tired.
Yeah.
But I think these are just my style of decks, so I kind of got used to it. I would say
Yeah, so
more of
how
a
are you
control
feeling?
player.
How are you feeling throughout that match? Like, was there any point where you felt pressured or worried that he could just scam a win over you?
I knew Bomb Warrior was favored in that because I didn't draw Sticky Yours F in the beginning.
Mhm.
Let's see. Well, I knew Warrior and Priest were like pretty favored into like a lot of his decks. So like overall, I felt like I had the upper hand, but then I brought Paladin like as my first time, like just crafting it this week. So that was the wild card for me, and we got the win in the mirror.
Yeah, it worked out very well. It felt like you had
Yeah.
so many options every turn just to like control the game and decide and dictate the pace. It didn't really feel in that final game that you were in any danger whatsoever. So,
Yeah, it's mostly because of I feel like the triple pencilinger, like that's usually really hard to beat on the other side.
absolutely. It just felt like you had all the spells needed as well to combo off with them. And you could just keep going over and over, denying any tempo that he had. So,
Yeah.
so well done for you. Feesh, do you have any questions yourself?
No, I'm really tired after that.
Yeah, that was quite a
Yeah.
match. I think
I just enjoyed it.
we all
I enjoyed
need
the match though.
we all need to take a short break after that slog, but it was a worthwhile match. So thanks again for stopping by and congrats on the win. Best of luck this season,
Yes.
Molestar.
Thank you.
All right.
Right.
So
Yes.
I believe that wraps us up. Isn't that right, Fish?
Yes, that is our final match.
Okay, so I believe that will be it then. And so tomorrow we have a few more matches as well. Fish, do you remember them off the top of your head? I believe we have 3.
We have 3 matches. I can pull them up right now. We have 3:00 Eastern tomorrow. We have Robobson versus Agent PWE. That will be a legacy match in the Gold Conference in the F2L Red versus Golden Common, by the way, matchup. That is Robobson play that's Marty's team. We have 4 p.m. Saku versus Chewbacca. I believe that's a legacy match in the Red Conference. Prep is for Rogues Not Pilots versus whichever. I think Shu plays for Murgle Reborn. We have Based Inc. versus Berserk Pro match. That will be the 5:00 match. Based is on No Pros here, and Berserk is on F2L. So that'll be quite a good slate, and I believe that's going to be Lotus Knight with a combination of Robobson and Based Inc. Also casting.
Yes, it'll be
Those
very
matches.
exciting. We're looking forward to it, and we hope you all stop by. So until then, class is dismissed, and until next time, see you around.
See you around.